Okay, so in the last example, they gave us a table to find the information. They can also give us a graph to find the information. But what we want to remember is average rate of change is change in output. Oh, output. Well, that says output. Over change in input. I should use the delta. Okay. So they have to tell us what the interval is that we're going to be doing, calculating this average rate of change over. Now in this example, they give us a function, g, and they give us a graph of the function. They tell us that we're going to be finding the average rate of change on the interval -1 to 2. So that -1 is like your x sub 1, and the 2 is like your x sub 2, okay? So when you want to use that average rate of change formula, remember it was f of x sub 2 minus f of x sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub, I'm sorry, that's supposed to be an x. Let's think about something else. X sub 1. Okay, and you can find that formula in the book as well. All right, so we're going to have, let's do the denominator first. Our x sub 2 is 2. So right here where I was pointing before, 2. Minus, and then our x sub 1 is -1. So it's going to look like that, 2 minus -1. That'll be in the denominator. Now you have to find f of x sub 2. So how will you do that? Well, remember it's f of 2. So you're wanting to find f of 2. I could write that. I'll write that. F of 2. We'll take 2 steps here. Minus f of -1. Okay, so how do we do that on the graph? Well, we go to where x is 2, we read up on the graph, and we see what the output is. It looks like it's 1. Then we have to go to f of -1, so our input is -1. We go up to the graph. It looks like it's got an output of 4. Okay, so we're going to use those numbers now. So we're going to have 1 minus 4 over 2 minus -1. And then this is going to give us the average rate of change. So what do we get? -3 over 3, which is going to be equal to -1. That would be then the average rate of change for this problem. Okay, so hopefully that's getting a little bit easier. Just remember you have to find those outputs based on the input.